Okay, 1, 2, 3, action. Okay, what is up guys? Farhan here with Za once again. And here we have two owners of the ZONTES.
ZONTES 310.
310. And we have Chino and Faizal over here, the owners of these two beautiful ZONTES
T310.
T310. Awkward lah. First time seeing these bikes by the way. Za, what you make of this?
I must say this ZONTES is a very beautiful bike. It's a very beautiful. Almost as GS common kan. GS very common. We see on the road. But ZONTES has a unique feature that is slightly different than the GS.
A bit of introduction. ZONTES, the company is founded in 2017 and it's a Chinese manufacturer of motorcycles. This particular model is the T310, the ADV, sports tourer class of motorcycle. Okay, so I don't know anything much about this brand or model, but I've read a couple of reviews and this bike is described as a cheaper alternative to the BMW GS and Ducati Multistrada. It is also known as the Tesla of what?
The Tesla. I read in one of the motorcycle website reviews, you know, they brand this as the Tesla of the motorcycles.
Yes, and due to this is because of the technologies that is involved in the bikes lah. Engine specs is a 312 single cylinder CC, water cooled DOHC with fuel injection system and a 6-speed manual transmission. So in Singapore, it's only distributed by the Chung Kok agency, and so far this is the first time I'm seeing it lah. And which is you guys are the only people that I know who owns this bike right now.
There are a few others.
So just want to ask you guys why. Okay, maybe Faizal, you want to share why you got the ZONTES?
I basically got it for the looks. It looks big for 300cc bike. And it's cheap. One major factor is cheap. Besides the looks, performance, pickup is there. Fuel consumption is also very good. Even though my workplace is very near, I only top up petrol full tank 19 liters. Will last me for 2 weeks.
What about you, Chino? Why you got the ZONTES? You guys are best friends,
Actually, I got recommended by my brother-in-law. Okay, he got the first generation of ZONTES, which is they said Gen 1. They comes with sports rim, but for ours is Gen 2. They comes with spoke rim, which is likely more beautiful than the sports rim, which we can compare with GS 310 also. I read about the GS 310, which my younger sister also rode GS 310. So there's no much different with GS 310. Besides that, the looks, of course, and I'm really excited to go for like Malaysia trip with this bike, adventure bike. You know, yeah, that's what I love about it.
So your intention to get the ZONTES is to go touring?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's the thing.
Okay, to me, when I first saw this bike, it's the first time I'm seeing it by the way. It looks like a GS, you know.
We get that a lot. We get that a lot.
The CC might look small, 310, but the body,
the body
is big.
it's you know.
Almost similar to ZONTES, the looks. I think will be the Benelli TRK 502. That has the somewhat similar look to the ZONTES compared to the GS.
So Faizal and Chino actually told us a bit about these bikes lah, and I must say there's quite a bit of technology involved. And first time I'm seeing it.
And we are actually mind blown, you know, by when they explain to us the technology that involved, the bits and pieces, the gadgetry of the bike. We were like, wow, okay, that's so cool, man.
This gun, you guys must show us because we are not sure.
How do you guys compare this bike to other Class 2A adventure bikes like the CB400X or the GS 310? There are other mainstream models in the market, but why this ZONTES is the one that you choose?
Okay, for me, why I choose the ZONTES, you compare with the Honda, right? This actually looks better. Looks more stylish, more rugged. Compared to the BM, the design is a bit blunt.
Yeah, a bit
Boring.
And also compared to 400X lah, which my closest friend, we went to touring together to Malaysia with my closest friend. He ride 400X. The looks of the 400X and ZONTES, I can say that ZONTES is much more beautiful for me. But the difference is Yeah, 400X have 2 cylinders bike.
Oh.
It is 2 cylinders bike, but Zontes is single.
So I think in terms of maintenance,
Maintenance
should be
wise,
better.
yeah, should be better because it's cheaper than the 2-cylinder bike. Yeah, or 4-cylinder bike like Super 4.
So after riding these bikes for almost close to a year, how do you find its performance?
Okay, I experienced like after running in the bike, I went to Malacca with my friends, which is loaded with 2 side panels and the top box. With my wife, which currently a heavy load. Everything, no, I mean for everything is a heavy load, right?
Okay.
I ran maximum up to 145 km per hour, and the performance is good. The stability is much better.
So even at 140, it's still stable lah.
It's still stable. I can ride with one hand, single hand.
What's the top speed that you have done on this bike?
For me, the top speed for this bike I've gone is 160.
160.
160, not bad
In terms of speed wise, the top speed I've hit is 160.
Okay.
Okay, but on paper, theory wise,
Uh-huh.
this bike can go top speed 150. But there are cases where it has reached 180.
Oh, okay.
So for me, when I reach 160 already, right, it's okay, time for me to slow down. It's a bit too fast already.
Okay, because when you reach that speed, does the bike feel macam,
Very light or
Bergegar.
wobbly.
Oh, there's no vibration whatsoever. It's very smooth. Like what he said, you can ride one hand, no problem.
You may feel the vibration for a starting point where you reach 110, 120, but after a while of riding like more than 120, right, the vibrate kind of you can feel the smooth already lah.
Because I guess it's made for touring. That's why I think they've engineered it in such a way whereby when you go on high speeds, it shouldn't wobble or vibrate so much.
Yeah, correct. We can't say that there is no vibration lah. It's totally out of question because it's a single cylinder bike. Of course there is vibration. Even a 2-cylinder bike, there is also vibration if you ride that kind of speed.
Single cylinder remind me of what? No? The Royal Enfield.
Himalayan
Yes, remind me of that. No? We all know that these bikes are quite cheap lah. But how cheap is it? How much do you buy at that time?
Okay, at that point of time, with COE, I got my bike 14.5.
14.5. Wow,
Yeah,
this-
the machine price is 11.4k.
And this is considered among the four models. This is considered the most expensive one.
Yeah, ours is T model. There is V, there is R, there is S.
all are adventure bikes lah.
No.
No.
One is like a
What's
chopper.
street bike?
One is a street bike, one is a sports bike, touring bike, and a cruiser.
Then anyway, I think the shop you told us they throw in some freebies like this.
The side
boxes
panniers
are-
and the rear box.
Oh my god, these are like I see like 200-300 if you were to get it on our own.
With the bracket, you can hit $400.
Very solid.
So lah,
You
a
can really
freebie with the bike
Ah.
That's cool, man.
and also the crash bar also.
I think Benelli also does have an offer, if you buy the Benelli and then they will give the crash bar and the box as well. But that
For
one
your
is
information, crash bar is kind of built in together with the bike.
built
It's
in
not
together.
that they give the crash bar, no. It's already
installed.
built in the stock in the bike.
Okay guys, this one a very important question. How far can you go on this bike on full tank? And roughly 1 liter can go how far?
Because our bike here is 19 liters.
Uh-huh.
So it's quite a big tank lah.
Okay.
Anything, yeah.
Okay. For me, the furthest I've been is, if you have heard, Kari Kambing 40 hari.
Uh-huh.
I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
From Singapore, I top up, go there, I come back. I mean, go there. I don't just stay there. I went riding around.
Uh-huh.
I came back. I still left with 2 bars.
I've tried before like full tank,
Mm-hmm.
but the bar almost reached reserve tank. I can hit up to 370 to 390, but of course lah, I'm not those.
Very daring to go on the empty tank. Better don't
So do you guys describe yourself as a passive rider or a aggressive rider?
Passive.
I can say both lah for me.
Balance, you
Balance.
Depends on the situation.
Because besides that, when on circuit breaker, I used to do food delivery on this bike, but without the side panel, of course. So when I do food delivery, I might get aggressive. on this bike.
Yeah, yeah,
we pick up fast lah.
We see a lot of riders out there doing food delivery. They ride like, you know, like there's no tomorrow, you know.
Yes. Any issues with the bike or not? This one, I think, 7 months old, shouldn't have any issues lah.
Since this bike is new, you will not be facing any problem yet, right?
Yeah.
But how about those riders in the ZONTES group? Did they share any experience of mechanical or technical issues with the bike?
What they shared is basically electronic wise, because they are new to the system, right? So usually when there's an alarm going on when you are riding, they don't know what to do. But actually it's just a small issue of replacement of a battery on the transponder.
I see.
But for me, the main issue for me with this bike is there's no main stand.
Even aftermarket also no main stand.
No, there's no main stand. Because the underbelly, the pan, right, is too thick for main stand.
I see.
So if you want to install a main stand, we have to change the whole pipe system.
I see.
So that is not legal yet. And I don't know when that will be legal.
Yeah, I think everybody's waiting for that.
Because the ones in Malaysia, they already have it. They've already installed. I've seen it before.
Yeah, like Acroprovic, Axil.
So there is like aftermarket accessories for the ZONTES.
There is,
Really?
but not much lah. Not much, but that is.
Because given this bike is just came out lah, I think we need to wait for a few years lah.
Yeah.
So there is in Malaysia and Thailand.
They have.
ZONTES also.
They have ZONTES.
Yeah.
So which means we can expect a lot of aftermarket accessories from Malaysia and
yes.
Thailand.
Because,
Definitely.
yes. Because like the Aerox because it's available in both countries they have a big bike culture over there. So definitely I think they're going to come up with aftermarket accessories for this ZONTES also lah.
So what is the maintenance schedule for you guys? How often do you do your maintenance, and what are the things that you do during your servicing?
For me, I just follow what is being told by the dealer itself. Every 2,000 clicks, 2,000 right?
Yeah, the first one is 1K of course. Then the next one is 2K. Then after that it was every
3K. Every 3K, go for an oil change. Oil change, then every alternate oil change, right? Change the oil filter as well.
You know, like this is a China bike lah. And like my bike also, Hidayah and Zah's bike, the CB190X I think there's some issues with the parts and accessories lah. Do you guys encounter that?
I did
Parts
encounter
ability.
once for parts. I've been hit by lorry crane in front, so there's a bit of scratch here and there. With my headlight, my windshield, okay, and the black cover on the headlight. It's not that difficult to get the parts. It's only that they have to order, and not bad. It comes like within 2 weeks. But other than the rest of the parts, I think it's not that difficult lah. Yeah, but some like extended accessories like the extender, what they call it? Bar extender, you can order online, everything. Yeah.
This question is a bit controversial, as because the ZONTES is quite new in the market, being brought in by one dealer,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
How confident are we that this ZONTES will be in the market for the next 4-5 years down the road? Because we have bikes like the Skomadi being brought in Singapore, but the dealership has already ended. There's no more dealer. There's nobody bringing in parts, and there's nobody bringing in new Skomadi bikes, no? So the Skomadi owners right now are left in a lurch when it comes to spare parts. So they have to get spare parts from KL, from the dealer in KL, because there's no more dealer in Singapore. So how confident are we will the ZONTES dealer remain in the market, considering that this bike is new, still people have not yet recognized this bike as a reliable bike, okay, because it hasn't reached the 5-year gap, 5-year mark. If a bike has come to a 5-year mark, okay, we know that this bike, the dealer still around, I can still get the spare parts, but because this bike is new, we need to grow that confidence level in new buyers. You know, the reason why we have this bike reviews is also to get owners, new riders, to know which bike are in the market right now. So we want people to buy. The more people buy, the more parts are available.
Yeah lah, because
Right.
bike availability is high.
Yes.
Correct.
When parts are available, the parts get cheaper. Your repairs will get cheaper. We want to know, are you confident that the dealer might be around? The bike and the spare parts might be around in the next 5 years? Can you believe?
Yeah, I can see the number growing, but then not as huge like Aerox, like those kind of bike lah. Not very popular bike. But this kind of bike, yeah, it's a class 2A, not a class 2B bike. Class 2B, of course lah, I think a lot of people might get it.
It's out of many
Yeah,
people's
but
league lah.
Okay, yes. For me, I'm confident that in the next 5 or maybe 6 years, there will still be parts available for this bike, and that basically because the number is growing in Europe, and every time whenever I go for my maintenance check, right, for my maintenance bike, the shop always bring in new shipments. Basically because why the previous shipment sold out. Means there are people buying in Singapore. The only thing is we are not seeing them on the road yet. Because the numbers is they bring in is too few.
So
I've been told like from the dealer itself, there's a Gen 1 bike which I told about the sports rim, right? That only sells like not even 2 months out of stock, and they coming in a new generation, and yet there is another new generation after this. It's like the T2 upgrade, which the rim is bigger than this.
19
Yeah,
inch.
19 inch. After this 310, the whole 4 model came out. They came out a new bike which is 155cc, 125cc.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's cool, man. I don't want
2B riders lah.
Yeah.
To be rider.
So the marketing factor also plays a part. I think if the company will do a little bit more marketing on the bike and make it more recognized on the road, so definitely people will be curious, want to know, what bike is this? So high tech, so like ni motosikal ke spaceship siul?
Like what I saw in Facebook itself, the fan page, the ZONTES page on Facebook. There's every time a new rider that, you know, a new owner bought this bike and they post, okay, I just bought this bike, I just got this bike. You know, it means that there's always a people buying the bike.
Okay, any modifications you guys made to the bike?
Okay, basically for me, the bike is already fully equipped.
Yeah,
The only thing we even handphone charger is built in.
I think you guys added in fog light.
Fog light, yes.
The side panels and the side box, they're not original, but the dealer give it to you.
Yes.
When you want to top up the petrol, there's a button here. This button here, and this one will pop up. Then just close back and settle. The screen is TFT display. You can change the different modes. Clock, brightness. It even has Bluetooth. Can connect to your Bluetooth handphone or earpiece. Okay. Yeah, this is the voltmeter.
Sayang engine kan?
It's a bit small lah, but you can see lah the voltmeter is there.
Seat button. Have to on this first. One time press and you sound the clicking sound, and just open. The battery is down there. And you know the battery you can charge at the power adapter, any power adapter lah, socket lah.
So the battery is macam cakap
You can charge like e-scooter.
lithium lah.
Yeah, lithium. Correct.
Also it's not.
Take out and then charge at home.
No, we have there's a compartment there. Below there's compartment that you can open, and there's a cable to charge.
I got Chino's transponder right here, so I'm gonna walk away. His bike is still turned on. So if it's so when I walk away, the bike should turn off lah. Is it off? Not too far. So when there's a beeping sound, it shows that the bike is already off. Then when I come near, then he must actually press a button to start the bike lah. Look at this.
Pergi aku try.
The screen starts. Oh my gosh, very beautiful.
Actually, you can change the theme of the.
So you can also change the theme.
So since one of the common problem is the transponder. So what do you suggest owners
Simple.
should do to rectify this problem.
So I use carry.
I mean,
You know, I want to ask you, why you put this rubber ducky? A lot of rider going to put. Why? I want to ask.
It's just a common thing for all the riders lah. Mostly all kebanyakan like food delivery guy. For me, what I think is a companion for us. So that we are not being alone.
okay.
Yeah, food delivery is really tough for us. You know, hot and rain and shine. So this is our companion lah.
So final question, guys. What's the best memories you guys have with the bike?
Before this, I've been not riding a bike for 10 years. Okay, after I got married, after I got kids, I've not been riding a bike for 10 years. Then after a while, my kids grown up. Like I have one 7 and 10 years old kid. Okay, they grown up. I decided to get my class 2A, which is I failed 10 years ago. Class 2A.
Okay.
Okay, then I fed up. I decided to just quit to take my riding. So I just sell my last bike was a Spark 135. So I just sell it off. And yeah, I decided to get my class 2A because it seems that when I go to JB with my other bike, which is sub ride from my brother-in-law, I'm the owner of the bike lah. He just sub ride the bike, so I'm not using that bike. So when once in a while I need to go to JB with my wife, using that Spark 135, I feel so tiring. So I decided to take my class 2A and get a bigger bike. Yeah, and after running in, I straight away went to Melaka, and that was my first time riding so long journey, and it's been a great memory lah. Yeah,
okay.
it's wonderful lah.
How about you, Faizal?
So basically, yeah, it's when strangers come up to you when your bike is parked, you come get down for the bike or going to the bike. Strangers come up to you and ask you, what bike is this? It's ZONTES. ZONTES T model 310. So very nice, looks like BM and looks like BM. So for me, that is the best feeling that one can get. Someone actually come up to you and ask you about the bike that you are riding.
Praise you when somebody praise your bike, you'll be like,
yeah. 7-7.
Yeah, I've been
kembang.
I've been experienced in Westmore when I came into the parking lot. There's one guy riding a 400X. He was just staring at me like never blink the eyes at all. I was like, what is he looking at? Then after that I parked my bike, then he come and approach me and ask me. I said, wow, this bike is beautiful, man. I feel like, you know.
Okay lah, guys. So thank you guys for sharing your story.
Alright.
And wow.
Thank you.
No words can express my appreciation to them for telling us about this bike.
Sharing about this bike. So ZONTES riders out there, if you are watching this video, if you have anything to comment, anything to share about the bike, whatever knowledge that you want to share or experience riding the bike, just type in the comments below, okay?
Yeah, and I'm gonna end this vlog here, and we will see you in the next one.